And it's fascinating. I love hearing I close 100% of the people I talk to. And here's a game that sales reps have started playing. And one of the games they've actually started playing is like they have there's a lot of bad metrics in sales. I believe call length can be a bad metric if it's used incorrectly, because I'd rather have a quality sales conversation rather than, oh my gosh, I've got to get this done in 3 minutes, because if I don't get this done in 3 minutes, I get penalized and I've got to move to my next one. And then if I'm running late, and like, here's the thing, if you're the sales rep and you're running late on the next call, you're carrying through this urgency. And instead of giving me space to think, space to make a choice, you're forcing me, which is creating resistance in the sales conversation.
And that's with every conversation after that, because you're going to be late right? I mean, it's just like a snowball effect.
Oh, we see it with doctors, for example. A simple example. You've been to the doctor. He's running 30 minutes late. So you know what? He's in. Like, he's trying to rush. And he's like, I don't have the time to connect with you or really solve into what you need me to solve into right now. So as a result, we're going to have to bump it to next time. And you're like, but I never got the 20 questions answered that I wanted answered. And now you go to your Google black hole. So the thing is, your sales conversations forcing people to Google the information you didn't give them. Oh, mind bender. Because now, if I'm Googling that or TikToking that or social mediaing that, I'm going to find another vendor who is answering the questions that I want answered. And what's going to happen? I'm going to call that vendor. Because you know what? They're giving me the information I want them to give to me. That's right. And all this happened because somebody rushed a call.
Yeah, so many things can get lost, dude. So many things. And again, lots of times we don't even realize what those little things are, but they add up, and 100%, dude. So, yeah, go for it. I have so many questions, so I'm like just shutting down here. I just want you to, keep going.
Well, here's something really interesting. We can actually track if people are open and receptive to hearing what you have to say, or you gave them so much information you overwhelmed them, which shut down their decision-making process.
All right. How can you tell that?
Because of, once again, it's all linguistically, the words they use and the language way use. People use different language when they have language of taking action versus language of being indecisive. So one of the metrics we can actually track is decisiveness. On the call today, did your lead, did your prospect, did your potential buyer use any language that indicated them taking action? And if they didn't, why not?
Well, as the listener, how do I know this, right? If the people that are listening, how will I know what you're talking about?
Well, you would
have the sandwich.
Yeah, right? The happiness sandwich is a whole other metric, and it works on a whole lot of other science as well. So what Corey's talking about is that it's called the serial position effect in the world of research and science. And if you want to go Google it, enjoy that rabbit hole. But at the end of the day, is we can analyze every single one of your calls, and we analyze it for the happiness sandwich effect. And what the happiness sandwich is built on the science of you only remember the start of something and the end of something. And why this is important is your call starting happy. So is the sales rep starting in a tonality and a pace, and are they smiling at the start of the call? Because it's so often we make a call, we answer the call, we're distracted, we're in the middle of something, right? We're not smiling, and as a result, people aren't hearing the happiness inflection. Did you hearing the happiness inflection? If you're answering the calls in the bathroom, I can promise you they're not hearing the happiness inflection. Right. So if you're a one-man team or a small team and you're like that phone is going, I'll put it a different way. Have you ever answered the phone and sighed before you answer the phone? You're like, ugh. Like, and if you tell me, oh, I've never done that. All right. Like, go buy a lotto ticket because you're about to go win. Right. Yes. And this is the truth. Like, it's that little thing. So if I just sighed before the call, right? I've now got a negative emotion going into a call. And now I'm speaking from the place of a negative emotion. Right? So why this is important and why this connects to the happiness sandwich is because the happiness sandwich tells us everything. Tells us the emotional journey of the call. And did the call start happy and did it end happy? So now if you're leaving people in a state where they aren't happy, you're allowing a negative emotion to fester. And what I mean by fester, it means buyer's remorse. Okay, if I just bought from you and I've been left in a negative feeling, I'm like, oh my God, maybe I've made the wrong decision. I think I've made the wrong decision. I shouldn't have bought that garage door today. I shouldn't have bought that air conditioning system today. Oh my gosh, these guys are going to come out in 3 days and my house isn't clean. And like, people spiral out for the craziest of reasons, right? And then they start Googling stuff, which just kind of feeds their black hole of spiral, right?